What is going on, guys? It's Gospel Gamer here. We are back on Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and we are about to go do our first class trial. So she's nice and clean now. And her presents to give her, but that's fine. Let's go. We told Sagara at the place called Monokuma Rock. I have a feeling that rocket. Oh. Okay. Apparently it's not there. I was wrong. You're a snack. A big mechanical snack. We'll get there eventually. Slowly but surely. You right there? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Huh?
Are you kidding
Hey,
me?
what the heck's that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How do they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma?
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
I still can't believe he's dead. Oh god. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko?
Now you mention it, it appears they are here.
I got it!
Oh no, they probably ran away!
No way!
Hell nah, there's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with
I'm
me!
telling you, let me go.
Hey!
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time? Nothing, I wasn't really doing anything. I was chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, and even though you don't want to, just to survive?
Wait!
Mahiro, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. I guess we're waiting for Gundam.
What happened?
I am
Sarah?
right here.
No,
Remember
then,
this
let
well.
us be
A main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey,
It seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now everyone's all together. Let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
Please wait a second!
What's this?
My Molly. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. Do you actually want to join in? Do you want to taste how powerless you are in the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special
Oh well, I'm a big brother who throws in his little sister. I should allow you special participation.
See ya.
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
You told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going
You
on?
mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? I clicked the wrong one. There we go.
I.
I've got to find the secret entrance. Oh, there it is. What the? Something's shaking?
This is dangerous! Everyone, please get down!
That's where we gotta go then. Oh shit.
Something came out!
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
what?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear.
Oh, it's so totally suspicious!
Hey!
Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already. Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. It's like not even remotely. There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forwards. You're right. There's no way for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, I'd have a very high difficulty. It would have a very high difficulty level. So let's do our best to clear the game. Okay, shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my foot and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And when each of us enters the Monokuma Rock... You okay, vibrating Monokuma?
Huh?
This is an elevator. I see. This entire rock is an elevator.
Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However.
Oh, it's not voice. I thought it was voice then for a second.
However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around.
Even so, we're pretty deep.
You're right.
I heard an unnerving clattering inside my head. I soon realised it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. Well, it's taking a long time to get to the bottom. There we were, listening to an unpleasant roar as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending, and then the elevator door slowly opened.
Welcome! Ta-da!
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why,
What the hell is he thinking? I was in a shitty looking place like this.
don't fuck with
You
me!
fucking crazy, don't mess with me, asshole.
Complain all you like, I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written.
It looks like everyone knows, even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we needed to find out who killed Byakuya. The affluent progeny, Byakuya Tagami. He was overly critical, arrogant and condescending, but he always had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. Okay. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. Okay, fast trial time, which means that hopefully it'll all be voiced and I won't have to do any voice acting, considering today I can't read. Most of the time I can't read when I do this as well, to be fair. And so, this is life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, I would like to save, obviously. No better time to save than now. Okay, so what skills we got? We have no skills currently. I can't remember how we get skills, but I'm going to have to get some. Okay, so we have no skills. Let's just go straight through. It's going to be annoying without skills.
Now then,
Yes, thank
let's
God.
begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that
Think of
person
Nami
will
just hanging
earn the
there.
right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Yep.
By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm
Awesome.
the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that
Wow.
much?
What an
Now,
arsehole.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
no
Oh,
complaining,
Mikan's
let's just
face was
settle this
so
with our
sad.
fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
I bet it
What does
does.
that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The most pressing issue on our minds?
It annoys me that it's actual voices in French.
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then
That's true.
let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the Titan Hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. If we have to do this no matter what... Sorry, we have to do this, sorry. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment, what the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Fuck me, I've only got a few. Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body
I guess this one?
in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Okay.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body
I'm
there.
assuming that because that's the first one I've seen, that that's right.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Makes sense.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Nope.
Too bad you're so stupid
Oh
and
God, I
boring
hate
and unpopular.
Yoko.
Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was
No idea.
probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
No shit,
So
I just said
Byakuya
that.
snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
Do you reckon he was going to kill
Shortly
someone?
thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but
Because
why
why
did he
else
go
would
under
he
the
be
table?
wearing, or why else would there be night vision goggles there?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The
has
hell
no
he
brain.
was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Possibly, yeah. The reason Byakuya dove onto the table. If it's connected with what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... I guess the knife. If he's seen a knife and he wants to put it into the box... Let's go with that.
I can prove it with this.
Damn, that's right then.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
He was very overly
Knife?
prepared.
Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead
Yeah.
of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
Possible.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
Almost. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there'll be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there are, there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. I do like that voice. Right. Oh fucking hell, they're giving us a lot of bullets. Jesus, they never gave us this many bullets in the first game.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
Sure, whatever.
That sounds correct.
No, it's not.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Handhands must have seen the killer take the knife.
Right.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Wow.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
He can, he had
No,
night
that's
vision
wrong.
goggles.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Must have been.
That seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Excuse me?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Okay. Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you will have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's move to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right corner of your screen, a number shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth bullet, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a changing feeling is important? If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. I haven't done these before, so fuck knows how this is gonna work.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles.
Okay.
That's gotta be it.
I can't advance forward if I'm just listening. I should let Mahiru say what she wants to say and then find a point I can argue
If you
against.
just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
because if they used knife, then they couldn't kill Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's so those goggles were a plant. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay. So that's how that works. That's interesting.
No,
Not very good at it,
Byakuya
but
was
I'll probably
definitely
get
the
better.
one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing your night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Jesus Christ.
Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision
Don't know,
goggles
doubt it.
inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife
It's
to
taped
be
to
in
the
there
table,
too.
isn't it?
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about
Jesus Christ, what a
tonight's
weirdo.
main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted
He
way.
definitely does. The knife was brought in Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. That's duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though
Damn right.
Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the
It
case
is
too.
weird how prepared he was.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well.
I reckon it... yeah.
It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
It's him.
Are you saying he predicted the murder?
It has to be
Could it
him.
be? Was he also
No one
in
else was
possession
inside
of
that
the
building
all-seeing
to be
eye?
able to hide that knife.
You think
No
so
one
too,
else
right, Hajime?
would have been able to rig the AC to be able to turn on at a certain time. So it has to be him. That's right, Byakuya probably knew that there was a possibility in that moment. Oh god, it already went. Get out.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
What's a friendly lie?
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
I reckon it's you, you little bitch.
What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might have been just a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die,
It has to be him.
he couldn't take that risk.
The first one's always reasonably easy in that there's not such a huge jump in logic, and when you really think about this one, the only person who could have set all of it up, like the table, the knife onto the table and things like that, would have been him.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was presented.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
That's true. But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything
Paint.
without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get a knife from under the table into his hands, which was glowing paint.
See! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
Yeah.
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals
Well,
it.
obviously.
The killer is whoever was in the office
No.
with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you!
Peko killed poor Byakuya?
No, she
Was
didn't.
this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Thought it was at first.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
Exactly.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
No, she's not. By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pekka was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-coloured weak spots would start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-coloured spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with true bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it is best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Okay, because, yeah, his says that she's in the bathroom, that's fine.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
No, couldn't have, she was having shit.
Impossible.
She's on either her time of the month or has very bad toilet
Because I was
problems.
not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
Exactly.
I guess that would be... true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
Probably
There's no way
embarrassed.
she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt.
It's shit.
It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Oh
Hey,
man.
weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't
Oh
bad.
dear.
I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
She's blushing.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the...
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Such a weird
Seriously,
bloke.
Stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Probably not.
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking it.
Ah shit, fucking
Childish nonsense.
keep on right clicking by
What do you
accident
mean
sometimes.
by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Possible.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. So, how would she have got laxatives? It's gonna have to be the pie dish, isn't it?
Did you read anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
And that's when she ate the food.
Just a little bit from
That's
the
when she
dining
had the
hall.
poops.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong.
No?
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall because Pekka wasn't the only one who
Oh,
ate
that's
that
true.
food.
Yeah, shit.
Akane ate some
I
of it too.
realised I was arguing instead of agreeing. I
If
keep
the
on getting them
food
mixed
had
up now.
laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
Wow.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
There's this bickering. Let's
Alright, sorry, princess.
Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us. Trashy skank?
Aw, poor Mikan. As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear that how the blackout occurred. Oh shit! I didn't mean to go into this part. Shit. It would have been, what did I say it was? Shit. No, fuck!
Breaker, and how did they do
It wasn't the irons. I'm guessing this is what I'm meant to say, is that it wasn't the irons that did it.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
No.
Maybe they used a remote control?
No.
They probably messed with the breaker.
No.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
No.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
That's the one!
I agree with that. It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout. When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah.
Yep.
It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
And I'm going to end the episode here. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below, and if you want to see more, listen to subscribe to the channel, as I upload every day. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time, where we finish off this class trial. Bye bye!